Namaskaram friends. So in this video you can clearly see a variety types of plant rooted in the soil. Okay, and different types of leaf, different types of bird, different types of features, geographical features, and they are in the different also in their types of shape. Okay, so through this video you can understand clearly a concept of called union. That means what union actually means, and when we are not in union, then what types of problem arises in our life. Okay, so in this video you can clearly see different types of plants, okay, different types of birds, different types of life forms, okay, and our five element of existence. That is, you can clearly see water in terms of pond, air, when leaf is when you see the leaf is blowing, that means air is blowing. In terms of soil, where you can clearly see soil, where in which our roots of our tree is rooted. See, this is a soil. And you can also experience the fire in terms of sunlight. You can clearly see here sunlight and space. That means what you see between each and every plant, each and within the plant. So this is space. That means five element of existence. And also seed. That means a seed using this five element of existence and create a plant. A cell using this five element of existence and create you a human being. Okay. In the same manner, elements, you can say a cell in the animal cell plus five element of existence made them a male, made them a animal. So it is not a talking. You can clearly see in terms of visual images, that in terms of their shape, size, color, in terms of their architecture, in terms of their union with the five element of existence, in terms of their diversity, it is everywhere. I am not just talking about plant. There are many human beings. There are many birds, many animals who are the most sophisticated form are wandering here and there. So, and it is also understandable that if we be in sync with the nature, everything happen to be good. And if not, and if you destroy, and if you are not in sync with this and destroy many other life form, we become vulnerable. Okay, so let's say from in part wise I take many dimensions of it. First, let's say I'm going to talk about architecture. Architecture, that means shape of life, or animate or inanimate object. So I talk about shape. So in mathematics we talk about circle, triangle, okay, a pyramid, and different things. That means whatever types of shape we think of. But in nature, in creation, infinite types of shape are present. Okay, for example, just look at this tree, okay, and a stone below the tree. Stone is a inanimate object, tree is a animate object. Okay, so in terms of shape of a stone is different from shape of a tree. Leaf on the tree, shape of leaf on the tree is different from its other trees. Okay, so in terms of shape of a rock, in terms of shape of a tree, in terms of a shape of a leaf of this tree is different. Okay, also I will show you another tree. See this tree, in terms of its shape, in terms of the shape of its leaf is different from a tree I show you in the earlier part. Okay, I show you another tree. So this tree, this is also a small plant. So its shape and also shape of its leaf is different. Also see this tree, its shape, its leaf are different. Also see this tree, its shape, its leaf are different. Also see this tree, its shape, its leaf are different. Okay, also see trees like this one, its shape, its size are completely different. That means whatever tree you think of, each and every tree is vary in shape, vary in sizes, vary in terms of the shape of their leaves. So this is a diversity and architecture. And from a very time, you can say from very long time, it is in the process of making. That means a tree is not made in a day, in a year. It takes a large amount of time from a seed to grow to become a tree, and then different types of leaf come on it. Okay, in terms of also see different types of leaves on each and every tree. You can clearly see in this video. Okay, so and also shape, size wise they are different, also vary in terms of second dimension is color. Most of the tree are green in color due to photosynthesis. Okay, because green pigment in their cell. But not all green of not green is same for each and every plant. That means a light green, a dark green, a different type. There are different shades of green are present in each and every tree. So in terms of color wise also you can clearly see. I will show you. See, a mixture of green and yellow. Okay, a mixture of green and yellow. Okay, and also lots of greenery because due to photosynthesis. But also in this greenery variety, that means yellow is present, red is present, light green is present, dark green is present. You can say green like which is some shiny green is present. Okay, so in terms of color wise you can also see different types of color. See, I will just show you. See, in this color is like green and yellow. Okay, in this tree you will clearly see a color of green and some red, something reddish and then green. Okay, and also see architecture of it. Okay, in terms of color and architecture also see, because previous first dimension is architecture. So see the architecture of this leaf of this tree and color of this tree. Okay, and also in terms of color wise see a more dark red than the previous one. So in terms of color wise, in terms of shape wise. Okay, when you see the color of this tree you can see a light green. Okay, a type of light green color. Okay, when you see the color of other tree which is dark, and where it is I will show you. See, color of this tree is completely dark. So in terms of color, in terms of shape, each and every plant, and not only plant, also animals, like I will show you a bird, color of it and shape of it. Okay, and I will also show you a squirrel, color of it and shape of it. Okay, on seeing they are gone, but in the pond there are many ducks, but till now I try to tell you things where I am currently sitting or walking. So I generally want to tell you that not only in plants but in animal also, in terms of color, in terms of architecture, because first dimension is architecture. So in terms of shape and in terms of color they vary. Okay, plants you see green, light green, yellow, red, light red. In birds you can, in this animal, in birds you can also see someone is blue, or someone is black, someone is light black, someone is gray, and also shading of white in it. And here you can also show in the pond birds which are white in color, complete white in color. Okay, you can here you can see squirrel which is a gray and mixture of gray and black. Okay, so I will show you, I show you some examples of it. That means in terms of their shape, in terms of their color, not only plants, animal also vary. Okay, I am also human being, I am also an animal. So in terms of my architecture and my shape and my color, also it varies. Okay, there are, that's why racial discrimination going on, no? On the basis of color, in basis of shape. You can also see another animal in terms of their color, in terms of their shape, it's varies. Okay, in this video see they are far away from me, so you can clearly see a bit of it. That means they are white in color and a different types of shape. Okay, what okay, so now I am going to talk about third dimension. Third dimension is there you can say uh, bearing property. That means tree which bear fruit, tree which do not bear fruit, tree which bear flower, tree which do not bear flower. Okay, so see this tree. This tree is a tree on which leaf as well as a fruit type of thing is hanging. Yes, means on in this tree leaf and fruit both are exist, but we do not see flower in this tree. Okay, but in this tree you can clearly see leaf, fruit are existing, but also flower is existing. See, a flower, a fruit and a leaf in this tree. Okay, in this tree you can clearly see leaves are there, a tree is there, but there is no fruit, there is no flower. Okay, that means not only in terms of color and shape, in terms of bearing property also they vary. Some trees have just a leaf, some tree have just a fruit. Yeah, this type of tree where there is no leaf, just fruit. Some type of tree who have flower but no leaf, no fruit. That means in terms of leaf, fruit and flower, any tree carry all of these, or any tree carry only one of these or two of these. Okay, so they vary in this dimension, in this perspective also. So we also have to understand it, that each and every tree have to not each and every tree is not qualify the criteria that he has to vary this one or that one. No, there is a diversity. There is no hard and fast rule that means this type of tree, this type of trees carry this thing, this type of tree carries that thing. No, in nature there is, you can say, see this tree, I am sorry, this tree carry also fruit. From the far away it looks like it's not carry a fruit, but this tree carry a fruit also. You can clearly see a fruit part of it. Okay, this one is a fruit of this tree. Okay, so this tree also carry fruit, previous tree also carry fruit, this tree also carry fruit, but this tree is not carrying fruit. In this tree only a leaf. Okay, no flower, no fruit, only a leaf. Okay, a small plant, after all, you can say many years they become a full-fledged tree. So yeah, so I show you 5 to 6 different types of tree on which some tree have flowers, some tree have fruit, some tree have leaf. Okay, and some tree also do not have any fruit or flower, like this one. This tree do not have a fruit or do not have a flower, but have a leaf, a variety of leaf, and also in terms of shape also it varies. So now I am going to talk about fourth dimension. Fourth dimension is why we need trees on this planet, or why do not cut all the trees and build houses and try to do our activities. Because you can clearly see air is blowing, trees, leaf of trees rolling here and there, and these are rooted. When we cut it, just try to experiment with. When you cut a tree, you cut a life. This is a moral thing. This is not a moral thing. When you cut a life, you do an activity. But by experiencing, by knowing, and by meditating, you know that when we meditate in presence of a tree, at that time many dimensions of our body, many dimensions of our mind are open, and we remain healthy. But when we meditate in a area where there is a less presence of tree, at that place we suffer in terms of air, in terms of food, in terms of other dimensions. So cutting it is, you think cutting it is a bad thing, but no, cutting it is a more than the bad thing. It is a worst, because you not only destroy a life, you destroy your own life also. So the fourth dimension is be in union with it. It is also life, you are also life. So cut it or destroy it at an extent at possible, and after that do not touch it. So in fifth dimension I am going to talk about fifth dimension called end. So you can clearly see in this video, different types of fall leaves on planet Earth, on on the soil, on the land. And again you see the process where leaves are falling from the tree. Okay, leaves are falling, you see some one or two leaves falling from the tree. That means a seed using 5 element of existence after 10 to 15 years become a tree, then fruit, then leaves are starting to come on that tree, then flowers, then fruit. And after that time these leaves are falling off from that tree and fall on the ground. And after some amount of time this you can say this leaf become a soil, and again that tree use that soil as a form of nutrition. That means our fifth dimension is cycle. That means everything is going on cycle. Everything is going on cycle. See, I do not have a, for example, see, this is a small tree. This is a small tree. Okay, that means a seed using 5 element of existence try to grow up. Okay, and after let's say 10 to 15 years this type of small tree become this type of large tree. You can clearly see in this picture. Okay, and then types of different types of leaves, different types of fruit, different types of flower come on that tree. Okay, but you can clearly see when wind is blowing, leaves which are reach their ultimate falling from the tree and fall on the ground. And okay, and through many natural processes these falling leaves also become a nutrition for this tree, because as we need nutrition for our energy, each and every tree need nutrition for their growth, for their energy. So these tree use the dead leaf as their nutrition and enhance themselves, and you can say keep themselves alive on daily basis. That means initially they required a seed and 5 element of existence, and then they grow. Then they have their own leaf, flower, and fruits. And then this flower, fruits, and leaves fall, and after some time, after process, this become a nutrition from this tree only. This require nothing. This cycle is going on, and this dead leaf become a nutrition, and through this nutrition again new leaf come, then again this new leaf live some time and then fall from the trees and become a dead leaf, and this cycle is going on. Okay, this cycle is going on, and this is not for this tree, this is also for the other birds, other human beings, because what we eat, see what we eat, we take a life form, a smaller to larger life form, and we eat. Okay, through excretion we waste our material into the ground, and after that time that material become a nutrition for the plants, for the other trees and other vegetables. Using that they grow. That means this cycle is also going on. We consume the fruit, when we excrete, this excretion become a nutrition from that tree from which we consume the fruit or vegetable or whatever. So this cycle is not true only for this tree. This cycle actually true for the physical dimension. Okay, in gross term, if I talk about this is true for the physical dimension. That means create, preserve, destroy. Then from this destroy parts again a new life is created. Then preserve for some time and then it is destroyed. So you think that it is a philosophy, it is a teaching. No, when you see in the nature, when you see your own life, you understand. You see that there is a, you can say, sixth dimension is where did from this cell, this seed, this, you can say, particle atoms come. So this is a, you can say, question of Swambhu. That means self-created. That means things we do not have a answer about where did this cell, where did this atoms, this particle, this you can say 0 terms, infinity terms came from. Okay, we have to note that. We have to know that, for example, it is a Swambhu, that means self-created. An atom and particle and cell initially exist, and after that this 5 element of existence come into existence, and by using this 5 element of existence and by using this seed, particle, atom and cells, different types of life form created. of different type that you can't even imagine. It is beyond your imagination, it is beyond your thinking. That means you see this flower in terms of color, in terms of shape, in terms of smell. This video you cannot smell it, but in terms of color, in terms of size, smell, it is made up of the 5 elements of existence plus a cell, a small cell. Where did this cell come from? This is a swambhu, that means self-created, we do not know. And after that, what magnanimity come? That means everything is a miracle. You do not know where this seed, where this atom particle, everything is come from. And from that swambhu, that means from that self-created, you can say different 8.4 billion species in terms of shape, size, color, smell, architecture, activity, they vary. You can also see a bird, a squirrel, in terms of their shape, size. So just see the different types of life form, their activity, or also our 6th dimension is activity. Okay, that means whatever activity they perform and what you can say capability they have. For example, see, this is a puppy of a dog. She has a capacity of running. He or she have 4 legs, so they run here and there. Okay, so you can also see they have capability to run here and there. That means these are their activity. Through this they live their life. Okay, when you see this squirrel, they have a capacity to run away and climb a tree and save their life and live a life. Okay, when you see the duck, they have a capability to swim in the water and live a good life. When you see you can see birds, you can clearly see they have a capability to fly and gather their fruit and live a life. When you see human being, they have a capability to run, move here and there, walk, and use their dimension of mind to utilize their activity and live in this world. So human beings are the most sophisticated machines. So in terms of activity, it is a phenomenal activity if human being want to do. Okay, many animals, birds and plants, other life form have some limitation, that means have some upper limit and lower limit, but human being have no limit, no upper limit, have a lower limit but do not have upper limit. That means if they want, they can go wherever they want. Okay, so in terms of capability, human beings are much more capable than any other life form, because the core of your activity is live a good full-fledged life, either by flying, either by running, either by climbing a tree, or either by through meditation opening your different dimensions of mind. Okay, so I hope I touch 6 to 7 dimensions in this, and through this you are able to know something about the creation and creator. Okay, and in this video I also tried to ensure that I use less and less word and give you more and more perspective and more knowledge about the creation and creator. Okay, so use just 2 to 3 words like creation and creator. That means whatever you see in whatever form, consider it as a creation, and know that whatever small it is or whatever big it is, creator is present in everything. Okay, so this is the core. You do not have to remember lots of words, because from an atom to the cosmos there are infinite types of words you can think of, and you are not able to remember each and everything. Okay, so understanding its true foundation, everything whatever you see, be it physical or non-physical, is a creation, and creator is present in everywhere, in every process, in every shape, in every size, in every physical and non-physical dimension. Okay, so in this video I will show you a good picture, or you can say a beautiful scenery of nature, and through this I will try to convey you the union of life form with other life form. Okay, and the last topic or last dimension I will tell you is usage of how each and everything in synchronicity do its best. So here you can see sunlight, trees, me, birds, animals, and a space. So here everything is good. When you meditate here, when you read here, when you do whatever you want to do, you are at your best, because everything here are in a good position. What is required? That's only people who are in a trouble, when they go sit in a temple or any energy place or in nature, they relax, because in nature, in creation, in or where energy power is, there is some type of energy which relax you, or you can say which you are made up of the five element of existence. If everything bad is happening in your system, that means any element is not doing its job in a good manner. So when we come to nature, in nature all these five elements are present, okay, and there is a less disturbance of things which you worried. So you find peace in nature, you find peace in temples or any energy places, because you made up of the five element of existence, and you have a five layers of body: physical, mental, energy, emotional, and bliss. So in energy wise, when you sit in the front of sun, you absorb the energy of the sun, and through this your mind, your body, and your other dimensions open up to its fullest. Okay, so sun is not important only for knowing about space or things. Everything is important for enhancing and for fulfilling your life. Whatever you read, whatever you think of, whatever activity you do, everything is about to live a good full-fledged life on this planet. And in this, sun play a very significant role, because sun is the source of all the energy. So the 6 to 7 dimension of life, and also role of sun in preserving this life, creating this life, and destroying this life, because sun create, preserve, and destroy. All these three things are done by sun. Then only I talk about a leaf is growing, then reaping, then fall, and that fall become a nutrition. That falling leaf become a nutrition through the process of sun. Sun provide energy to all this activity. For birth, energy is needed. For conservation, for preservation, energy generation, or for destroy, energy is needed. And sun play a role in all these three dimensions. When a human being dead, you see that people burn them on a wood. Okay, that means for death, to destroy anything, fire is needed. When we eat something, that means we give life to ourselves, preserve ourselves, we need energy. When a birth, when a baby come in this world, a lots of energy needed. That's why you can say mother is screaming when they deliver a child. Okay, so every dimension, everything is what I'm talking about. Our life is good, but the source from which all this life gain energy is sun. Okay, and it is present here in front of us. So I hope through this video you understand a core dimension, a core perspective of each and every types of life form, in terms of shape, size, color, presence in the geographical area, their cycle, that means create, preserve, destroy, in terms of their uses, in terms of their union with other life form, in terms of they live a good full-fledged life on this planet Earth or not, and in terms of union with other life form, that means which type of life form live in that forest or in that area where these tree grow and these tree are live their full-fledged life, because every tree has also an aspiration to live a full-fledged life on this planet, and it is our responsibility, because we are the sophisticated human being, we are the most sophisticated life form on this planet Earth. So we have the responsibility to give each and every plant, each and every life form a chance to live a good full-fledged life, because if we have a more power, energy, and knowledge than all other life form, if we utilize in a good manner, then we are capable of doing doing work in the world in as much good manner as possible. And if not, then we destroy our life as well as life of other life form on this planet. So through this video, you understand what my core concern is and how to live a good full-fledged life. It is required that you must be in union with other life form. And in this video, I will also show you different types of life form in terms of plants, animals, birds, dogs, human beings, and other dimensions. So I hope you love this topic, love this lecture. So namaskaram. Thank you.